I'm going to introduce our next guest speaker. Evelyn Thimba is the current Vice President and Dean of Admissions at Drexel University, where she serves on the President's Cabinet and numerous committees. She is a champion of diversity and has affected significant positive change in Drexel's efforts to recruit and enroll right-fit students. With over 18 years of experience in enrollment management in higher education, she is the most recently served as Associate Dean and Director of Admissions at NYU. There, she was responsible for the recruitment and enrollment operation of the largest private university in the country. If you're trying to come to Drexel, I need you to listen right now. You don't know what kind of scholarships are on the table or what. This is opportunity right in front of your face. Give a round of applause for our next speaker, Evelyn Thimba.
Thank you. All right, Greg, what a setup. That was a very fancy introduction. I have to get Kara later because she didn't tell me that I was going to be speaking after M. Night Shyamalan. I would have kind of prepared my remarks appropriately. I have a story about M. Night and I. When I worked at NYU, I was a younger admissions officer, and my good friend Crystal Artist got a cat. And we were trying to figure out what to name the cat. And M. Night is an NYU graduate. We were watching his movies, and we decided her cat is going to be M. Night. So that's our story with M. Night. So we named a cat after you, M. Night. All right, so thank you so much for having me here. I'm really excited to be one of the many Drexel faces that will welcome you to our campus. As Greg said, I am the Dean of Admissions here at Drexel. Anybody tell me what you think my job is as Dean of Admissions? Anybody? Yes. You help people get into college, okay? Somewhere over there? Yes. You decide who gets in and who doesn't. Yes.
Wait.
You would be on the review board for scholarships?
I'll be on the review board for scholarships, yes. Hot damn, I thought I would be giving you guys a speech. Yes, I oversee the group of people who are recruiting and selecting the students. You are all right. So my primary responsibility is really to help the university not only find very talented students to think about Drexel, but also to admit and offer scholarships to students. Now, when President Fry and his team talked to me about you here at the Aspen Challenge, one thing really stood out was how proud President Fry is that we partner with you all. And as I started looking and reading a little bit more into what you all are doing here, I understood why he was very proud, because it's very clear. The mission and the purpose of Aspen Challenge really aligns with the mission and the educational philosophy here at Drexel. So we were founded in 1891 by a guy named A.J. Drexel, who was a financier and a philanthropist, and he really wanted to introduce Philadelphia to a very radical idea. And that radical idea was that higher education should not be just for the elite. Back then, higher education was for the elite, and that usually meant white men. And A.J. Drexel really wanted to change that and provide opportunity for students who did not fit that demographic. So we were founded, and we were founded as an Institute of Art, Science, and Industry. Now, fast forward 125 years later, as a large comprehensive research university, I think that part of what we do here really aligns with AJ's thought process, because we really want to bring in students who are coming from very many different backgrounds, experiences, students who not only thrive academically here, but also contribute to the fabric of our community. AJ Drexel was a man of few words. There are very few clippings of what he said back then, but there are two primary thoughts that continue to stick with us from when he founded the university, and these are tenets under which we abide. And today, when I was thinking about the Aspen Challenge, it brought me back to that, and that's how I kind of saw the alignment of your mission, your purpose, to ours. So the first thing he said that is written is, I know the world is going to change and the university must change with it. He said, in 1891, A.J. Drexel said, I know the world is going to change and the university must change with it. So here we are now, a comprehensive research university, very different from the type of institution that we were at our founding. And a lot of that change really comes from the fact that A.J. Drexel didn't apply any strict regulations to how we teach students, to how we apply knowledge, to how our students apply knowledge back into the workplace. So we're not only a place that imparts knowledge as a research university, we're also a place that creates new knowledge. Very much like what you're doing here, right? The challenge that you're engaged in is really creating new knowledge as you've really looked at some of societal's nagging problems, you've studied the concept, and then you've worked really hard to find a solution. So very much like how we are here, not only imparting knowledge, but creating new knowledge, same thing you're doing. The second thing that A.J. Drexel said was, an education must not only be good, but it also must be good for something. He said an education must not only be good, but it must be good for something. So our educational model here, how many know of the co-op program? How many know what a co-op is? Yeah. Do you care to share? Tell me, what do you think co-op is? Two people working, okay, close. Right over there.
What I know to be co-op is when two people come together and become one.
Okay, co-op. Now let's think about it as a cooperative education program. So not co-op, but a cooperative education program. Yeah, go ahead.
While you're doing your studying in a college, you apply for any company or something and you work for them basically during the period of the education?
Very good. Okay, that's exactly right. So our education model requires our students to participate not only in their theoretical learning, but the practical application of their learning. So our students spend 6 months and up to a year and a half working in an industry of their field while they're enrolled full-time here at Drexel. So you're going to class full-time, but you're also working full-time. And our students, as they go out to apply their theories to industry, they come back with a breadth of knowledge that is truly unmatched. Conversations are different, the intellectual exploration is heightened, and that's very much what you've all been doing for the last 8 weeks, is not only learning new concepts, but going out and applying them to solving these real-life problems. So you've taken time to learn the concepts, and this is what we're calling an education that's good for something. So as you're thinking about going on to, most of you are in high school, as you're thinking about going on to college, you have to think about, okay, where will I go, where I will learn, because that is really important, but also apply what I'm learning. I know President Fry yesterday talked about how much you're making a difference. You're looking for solutions to big problems. Some of those solutions are not easy, and I'm really proud that you've taken that first step to dismantling the status quo. You're not comfortable with how things are, and you want to make a change. I know that I stand between you and the prizes, so I'm going to wrap this up really quickly, but win or lose, you're all winners. You've all taken that first step to make change. And that's really, really important. So I have 3 sons. between the ages of 15 and 25. And I look at this generation from the inside, and I look at everything that you're doing, and I'm really, really encouraged by how engaged you are. You know, how you've chosen to be citizens who are not only making a difference, but are forcing each other to make a difference. And I know our future is brighter because you've chosen to be active global citizens. Don't stop. You know, a couple of weeks ago, like many of you, many of us, maybe some of you, participated in the March for Our Lives. And like many people my age who remember the civil rights movement, you know, I sat there and thought, yes, this generation is gonna take us somewhere. The future is brighter because you all have taken a stand. The social activism that you're engaged in, that agency that M. Knight talked about, that's really important, and I'm really excited to see it. You know, opportunities like these are the ones that are going to give you seats at the table. Having a seat at the table, whether it's on a stage, whether it's at a concert, whether it's in a boardroom, is really important. Make sure you're using your voice as you're sitting at that table. Boardrooms across the nation have been changed because people like you have a seat at the table. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. Move forward. Take this opportunity that you have and keep moving, even if you're not the first people, even if you're not the team that ends up going to Aspen, Colorado. So as I come to a close, I want to leave you with 3 thoughts. The first one is, it's really important to know that the cards that you have in life will not always be good cards, right? You'll almost never have a perfect hand. What's important is what you do with the cards that you've been given. Second, so life is not about finding the right job. It's not about finding the right relationship or the right people. It's about creating the right job and creating the right relationships and creating the right opportunities, creating the right purpose. The third is a famous quote that I love, and my boys find it very cheesy, but I'll share it anyway. Everyone dreams, but not equally. Those who dream by night, in the dusty recesses of their minds, they wake in the day to find that it was vanity. But the dreamers of day are dangerous, for they may act on their dreams with open eyes and make them possible. You all are the dreamers by day. Find your purpose and live that purpose. Surround yourself with people who will continually challenge you and make you better as you make the people around you better. For surely that's what life is about, right? We all have to strive to live a life that is beyond the individual, and you've already started doing that by participating in this challenge. So thank you very much for having us. Thank you for being on our campus.